Magma Opus. What's cool, if you had Shiko and Narset as your commander, you could cast a cantrip and then cast Magma Opus and get all this twice. And you know what's funny? I think it's still really bad. Jeskai Striker here, chat. We have two choices for commanders. First up, we have Shiko and Narset unified. 1 blue, red, white for a 4/4 legendary human spirit dragon creature with flying and vigilance. Nice and Sarah Angel. They have Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy that spell if it targets a permanent or player. And you may choose new targets for the copy. If you don't copy a spell this way, draw a card. It's a card draw engine in the command zone, or copy spells for 4 mana. And it also has like a pretty good stat line too. 4 mana, 4/4 flying vigilance. That's actually pretty good. Alternatively, we have Elsha Threefold Master. 1 blue, 1 red, 1 white. 3 mana total for a 1/1 legendary Jin monk creature with trample and prowess. Whenever Elsha deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 white monk creature tokens of prowess. I really like Elsha, chat. Like, being able to make this army of, like, prowess monks and then just swing with a bunch of, like, 5/5s after you cast a bunch of, like, cantrips and whatnot feels really cool. Make a poll for chat to decide here. So, Shiko and Narset more so wants to cast one spell and then cast an alternative, like, very big spell. Like, you cast a cantrip and then you cast, like, an ultimatum or something to copy it, right? Elsha wants to just cast a crap ton of low-cost spells to make as many monks as possible when she hits someone. Elsha also has the very base 3 mana value, as opposed to the very cringe and overdone 4 mana value that Shiko and Narset have. You know me, I really don't like 4 mana value commanders nowadays, because I feel like it just makes decks very, like, not hard to push, but there's a very big emphasis in Commander now to curve out your 4 mana commander by having to run like 14 2 mana or less ramp spells to ensure you always get your commander out on turn 3, which I don't like. Of course, you don't have to build into that, but you can. And it feels very kind of like pushed by the community to do that anyways. I mean, they're both good. We're not going to cut Shiko or Elsha. They're both very good cards. I mean, it's really is, do you want to cast and copy big spells, or do you want to cast a bunch of little spells and get an army of prowessing monks? That kind of is what it boils down to. It's a tie right now in the poll. Can someone break that, please? Elsha. Okay. We're doing Elsha, chat. So, Elsha, once again. 1 blue, 1 red, 1 white, 3 mana total for a 1/1 legendary Jin monk creature with trample and prowess. Meaning whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And then whenever Elsha deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 white monk creature tokens of prowess. We want to buff Elsha with some combat tricks, maybe even. Just cast lots of spells in general, and then smack people. Moving on to the cuts here. First up, we have Archmage Emeritus. 2 blue for a 2/2 human wizard creature. Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. Absolute keep. That's pretty obvious, I think, right? I think everyone knows that this is a really good card for Spellslinger. Barawin Kari Zev. 1 blue red for a 2/4 legendary human creature with first strike and menace. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value that shares a card type with it from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, create First Mate Ragavan. A legendary 2/1 red monkey pirate creature token. It gains haste. It is lesser mana value. It can't be less or equal. So if you cast a cantrip, you can't cast another cantrip. Ragavan is pretty much useless because he doesn't have prowess. Then again, I think there are some cards in this deck that actually give non-prowessing creatures prowess. So you can make Ragavan good through other cards if you draw the right ones. I think this is a keep because your commander makes tokens, so the monkey will probably benefit through that. That's probably true, yeah. I really wish you could cast other one-drop spells when you cast one-drop spells with them. I kind of don't like that it's lesser or not lesser or equal, but that might be less of a problem than I think it actually is. We'll run it. Caldera Pyremoth, 3 red for a 3/3 flying dragon creature. Whenever you cast a instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Then this creature deals damage equal to its power to target opponent. I don't like the mana cost, but since we're playing Elsha as commander, we should be actually casting lots of spells in a single turn. So in theory, this thing can do a crap ton of damage, and the damage is equal to its power, not like the number of counters on it. So first, it's 1 spell, 4 damage, 2 spells, 5 damage, 3 spells, 6 damage. We're already at 15 off of like 3 cantrips or whatever, which seems pretty good, but it's kind of slow to get out, to be honest. I don't like the mana value. But since we're on Elsha, I'm gonna say keep. Haughty Jin, 1 blue for a star 4 flying Jin creature. Haughty Jin's power is equal to a number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. So it'll be like an 8/4, something crazy like that. And then, instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. A Goblin Electromancer for 1 more mana that does crap loads of damage and has evasion. That's pretty good. Lier, I've never known how to pronounce this person's name.
Lear.
3 blue for a 3/4 legendary human wizard creature. Spells can't be countered. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. Alright. Okay, wait a minute. That's pretty good. So do we not run counterspells, chat?
Whoa, brother, whoa, now.
Is that what I'm hearing right now? Do we not run counterspells? I mean, okay, they are in the 99, right? I feel like being able to flashback all your cantrips alone makes them pretty good, right? It's like free card advantage. Most people do run them. Yeah, these precons are so well built. What the fuck? Yeah, honestly, like the only one that had like really glaring issues was Teamer. I think Marju had a few too many like really weird like creatures that just enter and make some tokens. But beyond that, like Abzan was good. Abzan was really good actually. Jeskai also feels fine for now. We'll see if it gets worse as we go on here. Manaform Hellkite, flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX red dragon illusion creature with flying and haste, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. Exile that token at the beginning of the next end step. In theory, this deck should end up with a bunch of like 1 and 2 mana spells. So honestly, my concern isn't even the fact that it's not that good. My concern is the fact that we're gonna end up having a bunch of cards that give all your creatures prowess. Tracking prowess on creatures along with Manaform Hellkite's tokens and like having there be different numbers of prowess per dragon token will be a complete nightmare. On top of the fact that I think the dragon illusion tokens themselves just aren't that good. So I'm cutting them not because the power is just not that high. It also would be a complete nightmare to cut with like prowess anthems. You're playing Spellslinger. Nightmares are inevitable. Oh no! Mangara the Diplomat. 3 and a white for a 2/4 legendary human cleric creature with lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalkers you control, draw a card. Okay. Whenever the opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. Absolute trouble in pairs.
Prepare for trouble!
Feels very off theme. I'd rather play like an actual card draw spell that's an instant sorcery. Yeah, it's kind of get out tier. Monster and Mentor! Chat! My beloved! What's the printing? Which art is it? Yeah! Yeah! The Cons of Tarkir printing! 2 and white for a 2/2 human monk creature with prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess. Speak little, do much. Why many word when little word do trick? Absolute banger of a card. We totally keep this. Storm Kiln Artist. Paying a red for a 2/2 dwarf shaman creature. Storm Kiln Artist gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, creates a treasure token. It's a instant and sorcery cost reducer that also can ritual you instead for later turns. Very good card. Third Path Iconoclast. 1 blue, 1 red for a 2/1 human monk creature. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. Young Pyromancer card. Bro thinks he's Young Pyromancer, and he is, to be honest. They're artifact tokens, which I don't really think matters. I guess they die to Vandal Blast. Oh, okay, so Iconoclast is actually better than Young Pyromancer because it actually triggers on non-creatures, not just instants or sorceries. So that actually is relevant for this deck. Because Jeskai's whole thing is non-creature, not just instant sorceries. Transcendent Dragon. When this creature enters, if you cast it, counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Then you may cast it without paying its mana cost. You know what's funny, chat? I'm pretty sure Spelljack is literally better. Because it's the same thing, but it's an instant. So it triggers prowess. I guess the question is, how much do you value the body on Transcendent Dragon? 6 mana is a lot, dude. Like, we're all about trying to spam spells to get lots of monks. 6 mana counter a Swords and Plowshares on your commander, PogChamp. Ugh. 6 mana redirect and get a 4/3. Dies to know where to run. Get out here. Velomachus Lorehold. Oh no. Oh no, not this guy. The actual definition of wasted potential. 5 red white, 7 mana for a 5/5 legendary elder dragon creature with flying, vigilance, and haste. Whenever Velomachus Lorehold attacks, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to Velomachus Lorehold's power from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I would like this guy if he had a higher power. Like, 5 power just feels too low, man. It's okay, yeah. Like, I'd like him so much more if he just had a higher power, dude. There's not enough good stuff to hit. Like if we look at a deck list, the best thing you can hit with him is, like, Baral's Expertise, Big Score, Rite of Replication, I guess, can be okay if you have the mana. If you have the mana to kick it. Time Wipe is okay, I guess. He needs to cost 5 mana or have 7 power, one of the two. I think in this deck he is way too expensive. Way too expensive. Get out tier. Can we agree, chat? Get out tier. He has aura. I'll give him that. He does have aura, but with Elsha as a commander, I think he's just not good here. Veyran, Voice of Duality.
Okay.
1 blue red for a 2/2 legendary Ifrit wizard creature, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, Veyran gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So he's prowess but better. If you casting or copying an instant or sorcery spell causes a trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time, doubles all your prowess triggers at the very least, and also lets you draw bonkers cards with, like, Emeritus. There's so much just nut stuff you can do with Veyran. Absolute keep. Voracious Bibliophile. Bro is scared of books. 3 and a blue for a 3/3. Flying Vigilance Dragon creature. Whenever you cast a spell with 1 or more targets, draw that many cards. Chat, I can't tell if this thing is terrible or really good. I mean, it causes all your interaction to cantrip, right? That has to be good with something. Great Curse of a Swine, true. 4 mana, I'm not the biggest fan of. I wish I had Flash. Like, 4 mana, you feel the weight of 4 mana way more in these, like, spell slinger heavy decks, I think, where you're trying to cast a bunch of low cost spells for, like, prowess and whatnot. I think it's good enough to keep, I'd say. Young P! Absolute classic. 1 to red for a 2/1. Whenever you cast instant sorceries, you make 1/1 elementals. Classic. P. Diddy in the house. Use new art. What's the new art? Oh, yeah! That's right. Yeah. Make little fire cats now. Ancestral Vision. Sorcery. Suspend 4 for 1 blue. Target player draws 3 cards. It is Ancestral Recall. I'll give you that. But Ancestral Recall doesn't do nothing for 4 turns. But it is a 0-mana draw 3. I guess Suspend does kind of help you set up for a big turn in the future, because you pay mana now to get a prowess trigger later. So if you're trying to like set up for a big prowess turn, sometimes that 1 extra prowess trigger can be enough to make the play really impactful. Great with Brawl and Karizev. Also good with As Foretold, if we choose to add this, because you can just choose to pay 0 for a spell and cast it for free. The deck also does have Electro Dominance, which would also let you cast it for 0, letting you avoid spend entirely. That makes it pretty good. It's a weird card. I think it does kind of have aura to some degree, because, I mean, it is a Ancestral Recall, but worse. A Brainstorm would do the same thing. We have that, don't we? No, we don't actually. What the hell? How? Okay. I'm gonna make a poll, chat. What do y'all think? Chat is mostly saying, nah, he chill. So we'll keep him. Barol's Expertise. 3 blue for a sorcery. Return up to 3 target artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hands. You may cast a spell with mana value 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Chat, is this good? It is 2 prowess triggers, right? Because you cast another spell for free. Then again, 5 mana bounce 3 things is kind of eh. Chat saying keep. Interesting. Okay. This is good. Trust. All right. I'll believe you. I'll believe you. Expertise is always good. Really? Interesting. I have not played it myself. Maybe I'm tweaking, chat. All of them except the red one. The red, yeah. That's the act of treason, right? Yeah. Compulsive Research. Yo, chat. This card used to be a very big favorite of mine. I always ran the art with the old dude. I always ran this art. I used to be a really big fan of this card simply because it's a 3-mana draw 3, and I like the art. Also, in the Duels of the Planeswalkers game 2013, Nicol Bolas ran 4 copies of it as a final boss, so that also kind of did it for me. Yeah, that's right. I'm Bolas fanboy. Oh, cringe. 3-mana draw 3. Target player draws 3 cards, so you can choose your opponents if you're stupid. And then that player discards 2 cards, unless they discard a land card. Sorcery is kind of meh. Isn't there an instant one? It's like Thirst for something else. Thirst for Discovery, where it's draw 3 and then discard 2, unless you discard a basic land card. Curse of a Swine, chat. Do we like this? X blue sorcery, exile X target creatures, and then they get 2/2 boars as reparations. I think it's fine. If we were playing Shiko and Narset, I'd be kind of scared of making a bunch of boars, because if you exile 5 creatures, all of those boars are gonna come at you, right? And if you're playing Shiko Narset, you're gonna be it's gonna be a bit freaking block them. With Elsha, we can have lots of monks that can very easily block and be fine. Exile is way too good not to keep. And today's commander, absolutely. Exile is so useful nowadays. Deep Analysis. With the Nicol Bolas art, let's go! 3 and a blue for a sorcery. Target player draws 2 cards. Flashback 1 to blue, pay through life. I feel like what happens most of the time is people just try to discard this to flashback it. Nicol Bolas is free now. Yeah, apparently Jace did some fuck shit, and now Bolas is free again. That didn't take long. I feel like the front side is bad, but the flashback side is really good. Only like 8 years. Has it really been 8 years, dude? 6 years. Wasn't even 8, it was 6. Felt way too early. He's probably still not gonna come back for a while. Still, it feels wrong to have him free so early. They better not do him dirty again like the Phyrexians. Honestly, I feel like, didn't they do, well, no. I think Bolas' story was good the first time around in War of the Spark. Like, War of the Spark's story was good if you didn't read the books. From what I've heard, the books made the story way worse. So if your only interpretation of the story was through his sets, it was good. If you actually read the books, apparently it was actually not that great, from what I've heard. I mean, I liked Forward Spark a lot. Absolute aura of a set, dude. Bro, if you haven't experienced Forward Spark, you just had to be there, bro. You just had to be there. You had to be there for it. It was so cool, dude. What was not cool was March of the Machine. No one cared. No one cared about March of the Machine, dude. No one cared. Dismantling Wave, chat. 2 and a white sorcery. For each opponent, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Cycling for 6 white. When you cycle this card, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. This card can actually kind of be a ramp card. Kind of. Because if you destroy 1 mana rock on each opponent's field, that sets them back on mana, therefore putting you ahead on mana, which is good. And also, it can destroy non-mana rocks as well. Cycling mode is probably not that relevant, to be honest. But it's there if you want to. It's a 3-mana 3-for-1. It's a keep. Iteration! Modern staple! 1 blue, 1 red for a sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand, 1 of them on the bottom of your library, and exile 1 of them. You may play the exile card this turn. Great card. Amazing card. Looting.
Huh?
Actually puts you down in card advantage because you spend 1 to draw 2, discard 2, not draw 3, discard 2. So casting this actually puts you down in card advantage, but it is card selection for 1 mana. Not good in this deck. It has flashback, to be fair. So it does give you a little bit of extra, you know, if you're like, oh god, I need lands right now, you can flashback it to dig. It is 1 mana. I kind of like it. It also is a way to get rid of analysis to only get the good side. It does sculpt your hand a bit as well. I mean, we have Frank Search too, but that's free, not 1. Chat seems to be leaning towards Nahi Chill. I think I agree, actually. I like it a lot. It does put you down in card advantage, which is not great for a prowess deck, but it has flashback, so I can accept it. And it does sculpt your hand early on. Bro, sometimes you get openers that are like 1 land and a looting, and the looting saves your ass. Like the looting actually makes the hand pretty good. Mana Geyser. Finisher. It's a finisher. Very good card. Ponder. It's a cantrip. Pretty good. Preordain. It's a cantrip. Pretty good. Rites of Replication. 2 blue for sorcery. Kicker for 5. Put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of target creature. If Rites of Replication was kicked, put 5 of those tokens onto the battlefield instead. Alright, chat, I will say, if you kick this and you make like 5 copies of Gutter Snipe, the game's over. You cast like 3 spells and you win. Or you make like 5 copies of Monster and Mentor, bro. Or 5 copies of P. Diddy. Way too expensive. I mean, we should have ways to ritual this out and kick it, in theory. I would think. Welcome to the stream, fellow plays. Another member of a channel. Chat! If you want to support me directly, you can consider becoming a member of a channel. For only $2 a month, you'll get access to our member-exclusive Discord and access to exclusive emotes, such as Loot Chains. And also, you can consider checking out my affiliate link with Arcane Fortress and get yourself some sick deck boxes for your decks. They actually are a very good product. I actually think these are legit some of the best boxes I've ever owned. So if you want, go ahead and check out my affiliate link with them. Link in the description down below. You can support me at no extra cost to yourself. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool system. Hey, look, I gotta do it, chat. I gotta do it. I'm broke as hell. Okay, look, we are a Storm deck. Okay, look, we are a Storm deck. I feel like all it takes is the right creature and you win. Like, bro, if you copy Gutter Snipe, it's over. Are you playing Storm Voltron, go out for the win? Storm Voltron? What does that mean? What is Storm Voltron? For Elsha? Okay, so in theory, how this works is we are a Spell Slinger token deck where you go wide and then you play some kind of prowess anthem and you swing with a bunch of tokens that you made from casting a bunch of cantrips. In theory. In theory. That is Storm Voltron. What is Storm Voltron? I've never heard anyone use that term in my life. I've never heard that. We are inventing it right now. Okay, you got me. You caught me. I'll say we keep it for now. I think we might cut it later. Time wipe. It saves Elsha, but since we're like a spell slinger token deck, I'm honestly not even sure it's worth it. Move time wipe. I think I agree, chat. Cut time wipe. Vanquish the Horde. Honestly, this card should be in like every white deck, to be honest, because this thing will be 2 mana every time. I actually need to buy some. I actually need to buy some copies because I keep forgetting to add it to my white decks. I also just don't play white, so that's an issue too. It is only 2 mana, but it hurts us too. But then again, sometimes you just need a Wrath, man. It's a B act in white, never bad. True. Yeah. Sometimes you just need it. Will of the Jeskai, chat. Oh, here we go. What to do? What's it do? Being a red sorcery. Choose one. If you control a commander as you cast this spell, you may choose both instead. Which you might have? I'm not sure. Each player may discard their hand and draw 5 cards. It's a choice, not a force. Okay. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. Past and flames, but better. Absolute power creep. If you run out of gas, it's a Hail Mary. Right? It also gets flashback, just like Lier does. Electro Dominance, chat. Instant X red. Electro Dominance deals X damage to any target. You may cast a spell with mana value X or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Volcanic Geyser, but it lets you get an extra prowess trigger. Fuck you in particular, card. Volcanic Geyser power crept. I can't believe this, chat. I can't believe this. So this does get you 2 cast triggers. Also lets you cast Ancestral Vision for free without having to do the suspend thing. You can Mana Geyser and just dome someone for like 20 if you want to. I feel like even with the extra cast effects, it's like not super great. I can cast Vision with it, but at that point I'm spending 2 mana to draw 3 cards, which defeats the whole purpose of Vision. I'm gonna cut it. I don't like it. Expansion Explosion. For is it instant? Copy target instant or sorcery spell with mana value 4 or less. You may choose new targets for the copy. Or Explosion. X blue red instant. Explosion deals X damage to any target. Target player draws X cards. One thing to note, chat. Expansion actually can be a counter spell. Because if someone tries to cast a counter spell on your thing, you can cast Expansion to copy their counterspell and counter their counterspell. You can do that. It needs lots of mana to work, but we have Mana Geyser. So, I will say Explosion is an instant. So what you can do is just pass. So you can go to your turn, upkeep, draw, pass. And then everyone looks at you like, what the fuck? What you mean draw, pass, Mr. Storm player? That's kind of cool. That's kind of funny. I'm an instant player and I don't play it. Good thing with Jeskai then. We've cut 6 cards so far. We gotta cut cards, add cards. I mean, so far the deck just seems really well built. Like, there's very few things I want to cut in this deck, which is good, in my opinion. Get out! Alright, well, your chat's saying get out. It's get out tier. Magma Opus. 8 blue-red, instant. 8 mana total. What's it do, chat? Magma Opus deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. Absolute Fury. Tap 2 permanents. Okay. Create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. Okay. Draw 2 cards. Or you can pay is it and discard Magma Opus to create a treasure token. Is there new art at least? I doubt it. No. However, chat, what's cool is if you had Shiko and Narset as your commander, you could cast a cantrip and then cast Magma Opus and get all this twice. And you know what's funny? I think it's still really bad. bad, even if you copy it. Okay, let's see. Okay, if you copy this, right? If you copy this. 8 damage divided. Okay. Tap 4 permanents. Who cares? Create 2 4/4s. All right. Draw 4 cards. I think the card is still, like, not good. Even if you copy it with Shiko and Narset. Which is really saying something. I guess it's, like, not a dead draw ever. Because you can always make it, like, a treasure. Even if you copy it, it's not good. Get out here. Get out here. The new Jeskai Revelations card. Oh, bro, you know what's funny? You mean, this thing, right? You know what's funny? I think Magma Opus might still be better than this. Bro, why does Jeskai always get the most, like, garbage big spells, dude? First, they got the worst ultimatum in Ikoria. This thing is terrible. Every instance of 5 on this card should say 7. Then they got Magma Opus in Strixhaven, which was, like, not good. And now we have this thing. 7-minute instant. Return 1 spell or 1 permanent to their hand. Deal 4 damage to any target. Ugh. Make two 1/1 monks of prowess. Okay. Draw 2 cards. Okay. Gain 4 life. Why? Why does Jeskai always get the most, like, terrible big spells, dude? Why? You know, Abzan gets Eerie Ultimatum. Return your entire graveyard to the battlefield. Wow, amazing. Jeskai gets, let's see, 5 damage Lightning Helix and draw 5 cards for 7 mana. Oh, by the way, it's a sorcery. Why? Jeskai can't have shit in this house. Sultai gets an 8 mana Wrath that blows up all creatures and all enchantments and gives them a crap ton of card draw. Okay, wow, yeah. Teamer got Dragonback Assault, Wraths the board for small creatures and gets you 4/4 dragons for playing lands. All Out Assault is kind of not great. It's a +1/+1 Death Touch Anthem. It's also a extra combat phase. Abzan got Parination. Returns any permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield and gives it hexproof and indestructible forever. So whatever you return basically just can't die ever again. Minus like a Soul Shatter or something. Or Farewell. It has to be one of those two. Jeskai gets a giant nothing burger. Wow. Great. Prismari Command, chat. 1 blue-red for an instant. Choose 2. Shock something. Draw 2 to discard 2. Make a treasure or destroy target artifact. I kind of like this, chat. Kill small creatures. It can sculpt your hand. It can ritual you for a future turn or blow up soul rings. I like it. And also, it'll most likely be like 2 mana most of the time because all your Electromancers and Haughty Djinns and whatnot. So it'll be 2 mana almost always. Sublime Epiphany, chat. 4 blue for an instant. 6 mana. Oh boy. Oh boy, what's this do? Choose 1 or more. Counter target spell. Counter target activated or triggered ability. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control and or target player draws a card. At best, it's a 3/4 mana modal counter spell. I mean, okay. So usually, it counters a spell, copies your best creature, cantrips, and returns someone's commander to their hand. 6 mana counter spell. Yeah, that's the issue. Like, this is a storm deck, bro. I mean, when you have a 6 mana counter spell, it does do a lot. I guess it copies your Archmage, or your Dark Snipe, or your Haughty Djinn. But what if your best creature is legendary bounce, man? You caught me. You caught me. 88% get out. Okay, alright. Well, that answers that question. Source Plowshares. Keep. Opt. Keep. Pongify. Keep. Transforming Flourish. 2 red for an instant. Demonstrate. When you cast this spell, you may copy it. If you do, choose an opponent to also copy it. Players may choose new targets for their copies. Destroy target artifact or creature you don't control. If that permanent is destroyed this way, its controller exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. Then they may cast that card without paying its mana cost. 3 mana destroy 2? I would say this card can be good to stop arch enemies, right? If someone is in the lead, right, you can say, yo, bro, he's in the lead. Blow up various things, right? But if you do that, they get to cast 3 random cards for free, which could totally make things worse if you get unlucky. Double Chaos Warp, it's like way worse though, because it's Chaos Warp it shuffles in, right? So it gets around indestructible. Flourish is to destroy artifact or creature. Also, Chaos Warp could hit anything, not just artifacts or creatures. Also, Warp could do nothing. Flourish always gets them a card back for free. Adaptive Training Post. 2 in a blue for an artifact. Whenever you cast a instant or sorcery spell, if this artifact has fewer than 3 charge counters on it, put a charge counter on it. Remove 3 charge counters from this artifact. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it, and you may choose new targets for the copy. Why does it have to be like, oh, only if it has fewer than 3 charge counters? So every 4th spell, you get a copy? If it didn't stop getting counters on it once you hit 3, I'd like it. But it doesn't. If you're playing Shiko and Narset, it's probably good. In this deck, nah. We have Signets, they're good. Felwar Stone, good. Talisman, Soul Ring, Signet, all good. Aligned Heart. 2 and a white for an enchantment. Flurry. Whenever you cast your 2nd spell each turn, put a rally counter on this enchantment. Then, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess for each rally counter on it. Your 2nd spell, so you can cast this and then a cantrip and get a monk. It is slow, I guess, compared to Mentor. It makes prowessing monks. That's like the deck's whole thing, right? Monk tribal, monk kindred. Prowess is OP, so keep. I agree. Curse of Opulence. 1 red mana enchantment or a curse. Keep in mind, Grievous Wound is not a curse, just so we're clear. Enchant player. Whenever enchanted player is attacked, create a gold token. Each opponent attacking that player does the same. So, chat, one thing that people actually seem to not understand is that whenever that player gets attacked in general, you will make a gold token. So, if the player to my left attacks a player who's cursed, you and that player make a gold token. It's not just whenever you attack them, you make a gold token. It's if anyone attacks that player in general, you get the gold token, which makes it really good. It also makes people beat the crap out of that one person because everyone is a fiend for mana. Ghostly Prison.
Huh?
Why? I mean, if you want to buy time, I guess. Generic good card, just like Mangara is, yeah. Shiny Impetus. 2 in a red for enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Whenever enchant creature attacks, you create a treasure token. I've always thought the card is a little too expensive. I always thought the card at 3 mana was like 1 mana too many. But I also, to be fair, have never actually played it in a deck. Get out it is. Tempest Technique. 3 and a white for an aura enchantment. Storm. Enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. Our one and only Storm card in this deck, chat. Do we like this? So much aura and really good with Elsha. Yeah, and also, you can just... one thing that's cool, chat, is you can target the same creature over and over again. Like, you don't have to put each aura on a different creature. You can put them all on Elsha. If you have a Storm count of 5, and there are 6 of these, you can give Elsha +30/+30. Storm Voltron, Storm Voltron. A Darkar Waste, good. Ash Barrens, good. Forge, good. Filter Lands, good. Check Land, Tower, Wilds. Tap Sacks are fine. Stop hating on them, they're okay. Orchard is fine. Fine, very good card actually. Ferris Lake, bad. Filter Lands, good. Check Land, I don't like Farmland, chat. I don't like Farmland. I'm cutting that. Try Tap Land. Landscape's good. Basic dual land, good. Rokroy Tower, Filter Land, Pain Land, bad Filter Land, Check Land, and 3 temples. How many tap lands? 4, 5, 6 tap lands. That's fine. I gotta add 1 MDFC. What's a good cheap price MDFC, chat? Pinnacle Monk. Yeah. Hey, the Monk Tribal. Yeah. All right, chat. We gotta add 14 cards to this deck, which is like the lowest number yet. What is artist talent? Makes your stuff cost less and sculpts your hand for $5. We can do better, I think. Segovia. 2 and a blue for a battle. When this siege enters, create 2 1/1 blue Krakens with trample. It transforms into Catus, Sea Tyrant of Segovia. Non-creature spells you cast have convoke. At the beginning of your end step, untap up to 4 target creatures. Absolute mana fraud. Enter the Enigma. Can't block, draw a card. Yeah, that's good. There's also slip through space, right? I think. Yeah, we had that too. Balmore's a good anthem effect. 4 red Cascade. Volcanic Torrent deals X damage to each creature and planeswalker your bonus control, where X is the number of spells you cast this turn. With Cascade, so it'll be at least 2. I'm gonna say maybe on this for now. I think we only have 1 Wrath right now. Okay, let me add that actually. Why not? You know what? Let me add my goat, Leonin Light Scribe. 2/2 for 2 mana Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant source spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 on a turn. My goat, Leonin Light Scribe. I love him. Itaxian Probe, because it's a good cantrip. Yeah, I gotta add Brainstorm too. Do you like Blackjack in Magic the Gathering? Dance Calamity. I kind of want to add Dance too, to be honest. So here's my thing, chat, right? So the safe way to play this spell is to make sure you lower whatever the highest mana value spell of your deck is, right? So if your highest costed spell is 5, you know that you can keep going until your spells go above 8. Because you as many times as you choose, you exile the top card of your library until you hit a total mana value, or you keep going until you choose stop. But if you go above 13, you can't cast spells at all. So the correct way to build this card is to make sure that you know what your highest mana value spell is, and you keep it as low as possible, right? So 5. You know that your safest number you can hit is 9. And if you hit 9, you should stop, because you might hit your 5 drop and make the card not work. Now here's the issue. We have, where is it? Vanquish the Horde, which is 8 mana. If we cut this, our highest costed spell then is 5, which I think is a safe enough number to be happy playing Dance then. So my question for chat is, are we okay with cutting Vanquish the Horde to make Dance with Calamity a safer inclusion? If we add this, we have to make sure every other spell we add is never higher than 5 mana. Chat is saying yes. The people yearn for gambling. The children yearn for the casinos. Cut Vanquish the Horde. Evacuation would be a good alternative. Plus an instant too. I'm cool with that. It's cheap as well. Stormcatch Mentor, I think is pretty easy to include, right, chat? Storm Splitter, that is a good finisher. Yeah. Oh, Frostcliff Siege? That's okay. That's a pretty good card, actually. It'll probably hit cheap too. If you hit each player, you can draw 3, and it also gives Trample and Haste for your monks. What is this? Discard your hand, then draw 4 cards. For each card discarded this way, creature control get +1/+0 until on a turn. Oh wow. Yeah. Midnight Clock. I don't like it. I actually really don't like Midnight Clock, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of it. Oh yeah, Ascendancy. Yeah. Well, that's 100 right there. If you cast Dance Calamity and then you hit Mana Geyser, you just get all your mana back. Oh my god. Holy shit, dude. That's kind of wild. Alright, so we added a lot more cantrips, some more creature buff spells, some more mana ramp, and some finishers. That's pretty good. $3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Like $15 at most for 16 cards. Yeah, that's fine.